The dawn of a king. Mufasa's birth was heralded by a spectacular sunrise, bathing the Pride Lands in a golden glow. The wise baboon, Rafiki, presented the newborn cub to the gathered animals atop Pride Rock, a symbol of hope and continuity. His parents, King Ahadi and Queen Uru, were beloved rulers, known for their wisdom and fairness. Ahadi, a strong and just leader, instilled in Mufasa the importance of responsibility and the delicate balance of the circle of life. Uru, gentle and compassionate, taught him empathy and the value of every creature, from the smallest dung beetle to the mighty elephant. Mufasa's childhood was idyllic. He explored every corner of the Pride Lands, from the whispering grasslands to the misty watering holes. He learned the names of the plants, the calls of the birds, and the tracks of every animal. He befriended a young Zazu, a quick-witted hornbill, who would later become his majordomo and advisor. His relationship with his younger brother Taka, however, was complex. Taka, though playful and energetic, always seemed to be in Mufasa's shadow. He craved the attention Mufasa received, the praise for his quiet wisdom, the easy acceptance from their parents. This yearning twisted into envy, a seed of darkness that began to sprout in Taka's heart. Part 2. The Trials of Youth. As Mufasa grew, so did his understanding of the responsibilities he would one day bear. He accompanied his father on hunts, learning the art of strategic hunting and the importance of taking only what was needed. He sat with his mother as she mediated disputes between animals, learning the art of diplomacy and compromise. One particularly challenging period was a drought that gripped the Pride Lands. The rivers dwindled, the grasslands turned to dust, and hunger stalked the land. Ahadi, facing difficult choices, had to prioritize which watering holes would be accessible to which herds, a decision that caused friction and resentment. Mufasa witnessed his father's burden, the weight of leadership, and the pain of making decisions that affected the lives of so many. During this time, Taka's envy intensified. He saw Mufasa's calm acceptance of responsibility as a way to garner more praise, not as a genuine act of service. He began to whisper doubts about Ahadi's decisions, stirring up discontent among some of the younger lions. Part 3. The Whispers of Discontent. Taka, driven by his ambition, sought out allies who shared his discontent. He found them in the shadowy lands beyond the Pride Lands, a clan of hyenas led by the cunning Shenzi. These hyenas, ostracized by the other animals, were driven by hunger and resentment. Taka, promising them access to the Pride Lands' resources, forged a dangerous alliance. He also sought the counsel of Rafiki. The wise baboon, sensing the darkness in Taka's heart, warned him against his path. He showed Taka visions of the future, the devastation that would befall the Pride Lands if he seized power through treachery. But Taka, blinded by ambition, dismissed Rafiki's warnings as the ramblings of an old mystic. Part 4. The Seeds of Betrayal. Taka's plan was insidious. He knew he couldn't challenge Mufasa directly, not while Ahadi still ruled. So, he orchestrated a series of events designed to undermine Mufasa's reputation and sow discord within the Pride. He spread rumors, exaggerated minor incidents, and played on the fears and insecurities of the other animals. He also exploited Mufasa's compassion. Knowing Mufasa would never turn away a creature in need, Taka lured a group of distressed wildebeest into a narrow gorge, then made it appear as though Mufasa was responsible for trapping them. This incident, though Mufasa eventually rescued the wildebeest, planted seeds of doubt in the minds of some of the pride. Part 5. The Lion's Fall. Taka's machinations reached their climax during a great migration. As the herds crossed a vast, treacherous plain, Taka and the hyenas created a stampede. In the chaos, Ahadi was killed, and Mufasa was blamed. Taka, seizing the opportunity, declared himself the new king. Mufasa, heartbroken and wrongly accused, was driven from the Pride Lands. He wandered the desolate outskirts, consumed by grief and guilt. He questioned everything he had ever believed in, the very foundation of his understanding of the circle of life. Part 6. Exile and Reflection. Mufasa's exile was a period of profound hardship and self-discovery. He faced starvation, dehydration, and the constant threat of predators. He learned to survive on his own, relying on his instincts and the lessons he had learned from his parents. He also encountered other exiled animals, creatures who had been cast out from their own prides or herds. He learned their stories, their struggles, and their resilience. He realized that he was not alone in his suffering, that the world was full of pain and injustice. During his exile, he encountered a pride of lions struggling to survive in a harsh environment. He helped them find a new territory and taught them how to hunt more effectively. He began to understand that even in his exile, he could make a difference, that he could use his skills and knowledge to help others. Part 7. The Return of the King. Mufasa's experiences in exile transformed him. He returned to the Pride Lands not just as a stronger lion, but as a wiser and more compassionate leader. He understood that true strength lay not in power or dominance, but in service and sacrifice. He confronted Taka not with anger or vengeance, but with understanding and forgiveness. He showed the pride the truth of Taka's treachery and the devastation it had wrought. He reminded them of the values they had once held dear, the importance of community, compassion, and the circle of life. The final battle was not just a physical one, but a battle for the soul of the Pride Lands. Mufasa's courage and compassion inspired the other lions, while Taka's cruelty and desperation alienated his followers. In the end, Taka met his end, and Mufasa reclaimed his rightful place as king. Part 8. A New Dawn. Mufasa's reign was marked by wisdom and justice. He learned from his past mistakes and ruled with compassion and understanding. He restored the balance of the circle of life, ensuring that all creatures had their place in the intricate web of existence. He never forgot the lessons he learned in exile, the importance of empathy, humility, and the responsibility to serve others. He taught these lessons to his own cubs, ensuring that the Pride Lands would be led by wise and compassionate kings for generations to come.